Are you on the hunt for a job? Maybe it's your first job, or maybe you're in the process of making a career change. Regardless of the reason, many people find themselves searching for jobs. In most cases, finding a job is not that difficult. People often apply to every job that seems relevant, and in doing so, increase their odds of success. The real trouble comes when we try to find the right job, or the best job for our future. Unfortunately, most people only realize they're in the wrong job after it's too late. They generally have already started the new job and often are a few years in before that realization sets in. So how can we avoid this trap? Preparation, strategy, and patience are ultimately the tools that are necessary to find the right job, not just a job. It's pretty simplistic to just say preparation, strategy, and patience, as most things in life require these to be successful. So we will break this down further and explain how you can approach the preparation and strategy. Then it's up to you to find the patience to make it work. So what is the right job? We should probably clarify what the right job is before we go into the planning and the strategy. The right job doesn't mean the perfect fit, a great job, or even the ideal job. When we say the right job, we really mean a good job that is going to open the doors for us to reach our goals in the future. Because we're all different with different goals, the right job may be different for all of us. The reality is that many jobs can lead to future growth, but there are equally as many that will not. You will have to determine the right job based on your goals and your timelines. If you're just starting out, then there will be a ton of jobs that could be the right job, as the primary objective for you is to just grow and gain experience. So in that case, it's more about getting good experience than it is finding the perfect job. This idea of the right job won't apply to everyone. If you're just trying to survive, are still in school, or only plan on having temporary or seasonal employment, then spending too much time focusing on the right job may not be necessary. In these situations, the job that pays you is often the right job. It's really just about finding a job that you feel comfortable with. We wouldn't recommend putting your livelihood at risk to find the right job if you're in a place where you really need the money and you're struggling. So how do we plan and strategize to find the right job? Number 1, research and determine your desired career. Seasoned veterans may already know the desired career, in which case just keep that in the front of your mind for the remaining steps. For those new to the workforce or looking to make a career change, do some research on different jobs you find interesting. Ask your friends, family, or even acquaintances that you know work in those industries and what their impressions are. One major trap to avoid here is overanalyzing their lifestyle. It can be tempting to find someone who is really wealthy and successful and to assume that that is the career path for you. The truth is that their skill level, their personality, and their life goals may be way different from yours. Your skill set or personality may not translate well to that career. As an example, many people hate the role of salesman, yet very charismatic people can become very successful as insurance or even car salesmen. If you followed their career path because of the lifestyle they have, you'll end up in a job that you may hate and would in turn likely make less than they do anyway. Number 2, analyze your education and experience. Does your education and experience lend itself to your desired career path? And don't worry if the answer is no. This just gives us another clue as to what the right job may be. The higher you climb a career ladder, the more specific and strict the required education and experience can become. If you lack the necessary education and experience, you need to find jobs that are at a low level in that career ladder, or jobs that may be in another area, but the duties would translate well to your desired career path. For example, if you wanted to get a job in compensation, but you have no compensation experience, you can find jobs in insurance, bookkeeping, retail, or fast food management that aren't compensation specific, but do deal with money and how money impacts an organization. The skills you gain from these jobs will translate well to a compensation role. If you have the time and resources, you may even consider taking online classes to obtain the required education, but this wouldn't be a part of our job search. This would be an investment made into your future on your own time. Number 3, find common jobs with transferable experience. Most people subconsciously do this already because common jobs that we are familiar with are easier to consider when applying. Jobs that sound odd or abnormal can cause some internal fear and even create a situation where we avoid applying. However, people can often find these unique jobs intriguing and will get trapped into applying without considering the job itself. If you are in the marketing career field, then you will come across jobs that are titled marketing coordinators or marketing specialists. Within that title, you will find two very different things. In some companies, it truly coordinates marketing efforts, whereas in other companies, this is nothing more than a sales representative. Now, we don't have to know a lot about marketing to know that those are two very different jobs. If you want a career in marketing, both roles will have transferable skills to other jobs, but the true coordinator will be much better for your career growth. Identify jobs that are industry standards, or find jobs that would give you experience that you could use in a future job search to get the job you want. If your ultimate goal is to be in benefits, then taking a job as a construction equipment sales representative may not be the best options. The skills won't translate very well. Number 4, research the company. By this point, we should have a good idea of our direction, our qualifications, and some jobs picked out as good candidates. Now we need to assess the companies that we could end up working at. Depending on your ambitions and how much experience you currently have, the size of the organization can be a big deal. Most people completely disregard this step because they are too focused on the specific job. How big is the company? How many employees do they have? And what other jobs do they have posted? These are all questions that you should know before taking a job. A small company will often offer less advancement opportunities, and the competition for new roles can be more intense because employees only have so many options. Conversely, a large company will offer more advancement opportunities, and often the employees will be more selective in changing jobs because they have multiple options. Sometimes you can find out about an organization's structure based on the jobs they post. Some postings will include salary grade information, career leveling, or even titles that show progression. If you apply for a benefits specialist and you see another posting for a benefits specialist 2, a benefits analyst, or a senior benefits analyst, then you will instantly know there's room for growth. Growth is what we should be looking for. And number 5, is it a popular industry and is there competition? Lastly, we want to consider the industry we are entering and what kind of competition our potential employers have. Many times, within a certain career field, you can find yourself climbing the ranks within a certain industry. Someone who is in accounting may find their first job in healthcare. A good career path for them is to continue in healthcare, as those organizations will likely be seeking that kind of experience. Look at your local area and identify what competition is around. Are there a lot of similar businesses? This will tell you if a company will have to be competitive to retain you, or if that is the only job in town. Companies that have little competition fear employees leaving far less, which make them less likely to give raises or promotions. On the other hand, if there are 5 other companies you could leave to go to, then you have some additional bargaining chips to use down the line. As we mentioned earlier, it is critical that you understand any job can be the right job. We simply need to make sure that we take the 5 steps above to confirm that it does align with our goals. For someone who wants to be a manager, then a fry cook could be the right job, as you can work your way up through the restaurant business to be a manager someday. If you want to be a compensation analyst, then getting your foot in the door doing bookkeeping may be the right job. Make sure you aren't eliminating jobs too quickly, but also don't fall into the trap of thinking the right job is the one you can get the easiest or the quickest. Do your due diligence today so you don't find yourself stuck in a job you hate with no advancement opportunities and no skills that will translate to other jobs. If you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more content like this, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're notified of any of our upcoming videos. We'll see you guys next time.